Good day. I am Olayinka Kabir, the CEO of Capstack Technologies and the developer of Capstack SMA application. In this video, I'll be taking you through the form builder. So the basic options like simple text, essay, and multiple choice. So without wasting much time, let's move to the portal. So as you can see, this is a portal landing page. So let's to build a form, we need to log in as an admin. So I'll supply my admin login credentials now. So having logged in as an admin, we go move straight to the form builder. So we are creating a new form. Now you will give we need to give the first element a title. So what do we want to call? Let's we say we want it to be the first name. So we want the user to the respondent to fill in their first name. So the first name will be a simple text, like a box like this. So just for a simple text. So now you can see the field here is required, means if you toggle it on, which means anyone filling the form online, the first name is required. If the person did not provide the first name, it will not be able to submit. It will provide a message and a validation message like first name is required. Now we need to add it. So let's say the second element is last name. So last name will be a simple text as well. So it's something like this, just a simple text. Required, no. Once the user provides first name, so we may not need to take last name. So we only need the user to provide a name. So we will toggle this off, add. So now also we need to provide, let's say we need a brief educational brief history about your educational background. So now for this we need something that is more bigger than this, so that is more bigger in height, I mean, so that than this normal, this input text. So we make use of essay then for that. So if we need more information from the user, so we make use of an essay instead of simple text for text like this, why essay for a lengthy um, um, space, a more bigger space. So now we want it to be required as well, so it's compulsory the user provides the brief history of his or her educational background. So now we had it. So and lastly, let's say we need gender. So gender we need the user to provide one thing, either is male or female. So we can make use of multiple choice. So multiple choice means the user must select one of these information, will, or let me say the will choose one of the provided options. So for gender we have two, male, so you add it, and female. So we are expecting the user to check the box. So like let me say to check if it is a male or a female. So it's providing one should be selected, that is multiple choice. So the user, the respondent will select one out of these two. That is the meaning of multiple choice. So now in this case, so we want it to be required that the user must select either is a male or a female. So now we had it. So now we have all this. So we can now proceed. So we can view we can preview the form, how it's going to look like on the server. So we can preview it. Let's click on this. You can see this is how the form will look like. So now we can now go here and provide, let's say we need the title. We can give the form a title. It will appear, this title will appear on our portal. Let's say we want it to be a feedback, so like we are getting feedback from maybe the parents or us. So now we have apply SMS here, where we can choose whether to apply an SMS or not. Applying an SMS means if the user maybe let's say responded, they want the person filling the form, once it submits this form successfully, we want the person to receive an SMS alert that okay, the form has been submitted successfully, we'll get back to you in the as soon as possible. So this is when we make use of this form, the SMS, apply SMS. But since if you however, if we are not making use of, if we are not applying SMS, you don't need to apply it here. So you only want the user to submit their response and you receive it, so you may leave it blank or you select no. So though, even if you leave it, by default is no. So and if you want to apply SMS, just click on S. It will provide a box where you can just type the text that you want, the text message that you want the user to receive, the respondent to receive as a response. So let me change it back, because we don't have, and you should make sure that in your form there should be a there should be a field where you have phone number, because if you need to select apply SMS, you need to have a field where you have phone number, where you take phone number from the user in the form, so that the system will know where to pick the number of the respondent. So that's it. Now let's launch the feedback form. So having done this, let's move to now. So once you launch a form, it cannot automatically appear on your portal, so you need to make it active. So to make a form active, you come here, my forms, you go to your forms. Now you need to toggle it to active so that it will appear on your portal. So you can only make a form active at a time, so you see it will change to active here, the status. So now let's go back to our landing page, portal's landing page, so that we can check if it has been done or not. So you can now see we now have feedback form here on our portal. So we can now, user can now register, you can see. So you can provide, let's say we have the first, let's say I'm not providing anything in the first name, so the last name, let's say Lainka. So brief history, you can just type the user's, the respondent history. And we can have this. So let me just try to submit without checking some of the required field. So you can see brief history about so is required, first name is required, and this as well is required. So once I check, I'm a male, so I need to, let me say my name is Olainka. Let's say I'm making this blank, so let's just type I am a master's degree holder. So now let's try to submit. If we try to submit now, it will submit, because this last name is not required. So you know, if you can remember, we did not toggle the required field on while adding this particular element. So now let me submit. So you can see it submitted successfully. So now go back to the dashboard. Now let me log in as an admin to check our response. So I've been logging back to our dashboard. So go to form builder, go to my forms. You know, why we are trying to add new or build new form, we use new form. So now we want to check our responses. You come here, so you can see, so we did not provide anything at the in the last name. So we have the first name, we have the brief history about it, so and we have the gender. So that's all. So and if you wish to have this information on your device, you can just click on down export to Excel to download the copy on your device, either phone or laptop. Also, you can clear the responses because you can only have an active form. You can only have a single active form at a time. So you can have multiple form templates on your forms dashboard, but only a single form can be active at a time. So at times, if you try to make another form, if you may try to add another form, it will ask you to clear these responses. So if you want to clear this response, you can just click on this, so and it will automatically drop a copy of the response here on your device. So it will automatically drop, you can see it's here. So it will drop it on your device in case, so that you will not lose your data in case you don't have it elsewhere. So that's it for this form builder. So in the coming video, we will discuss other options on the form builder. Thank you for listening, and God bless you.